'Cause I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? Been waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting this.
Congratulations, everybody, on completing the climb phase. We had a great 8 weeks of great threshold, a little bit of VO2, but now for most of these athletes, it's the specificity phase. You have events, you have centuries, you have triathlons, you have bicycle races. We want to make sure that we basically attend to all those energy systems with the power phase, which is the next phase of our VQ intensity classes. What I want to make sure you guys all think about over these next 8 weeks is maintaining specific intervals. And the best way to do that is to come indoors and do your specific high intensity interval training here at Vision Quest. Once a week, twice a week, during the week is a great option. Save those long rides, save those group rides, save some of that longer stuff for the weekend, but make sure you maintain your intensity-based training. We see it every year, Jason. These athletes stop training indoors this time of year and they get more fit, but they lose their high-end energy systems. They actually decrease their VO2 and their threshold. So don't make that mistake. Train indoors. What do these next 8 weeks look like?
So this is really, as Robbie said, all about specificity and high-end power. In the past phases, we've dealt with strength and threshold power, and this is about getting up to those higher intensities, but also providing something that's meaningful for all different types of athletes. Those goals are starting to diverge more and more at this point as athletes go towards criteriums and centuries and time trials and triathlons of different durations. And so the needs of the athletes differ a little bit too. What we want to try to do is provide something that's useful for all different types of athletes. What you may encounter may not be entirely specific to your type of racing every single week, but it's definitely something that's going to target all of those energy systems and keep them strong, because the bulk of your training outside of the classes that you do here is going to be entirely focused on those different energy systems that are race specific for you. We're going to have a mix of both threshold work, VO2 work, and just a little bit of explosive sprinting power and some of that low cadence strength work that we've done in previous phases to remind the muscles of that high torque effort that you've done in the past and that you'll certainly encounter, especially if you have some clear events on your calendar this season. We're going to also use a mix of controlled load and time and grade. The controlled load intervals are ones that give you dosed effort, very specific to your, based on your threshold power, and that mostly we use as a reference point so that you have a good sense of how hard we want the intensity to be. And then the time and grade efforts are ones where you're in control. We give you an artificial grade to provide some of that resistance, and then you can dial it in with gearing just as you would on the road. And we use those to really let you have the opportunity to adjust the workout and customize it based on your own physiology and how you're feeling on the individual day.
The one thing I will tell you that Jason's done a great job of in this phase and does it in every phase is he builds the intensity, the volume, the frequency of the intervals. This is a progressive 8-week session, so make sure you start in the beginning, try to get to at least 1, maybe 2. You'll progress through this nicely and you'll have your best season yet.
'Cause I'm on top of the world, eh?